Hey guys, welcome to the Koda Origins podcast.
This is Waylon.
And Willie.
What it do, baby?
Hey! Crisp cayenne.
Dr. Pepper.
I love it. All right, we're here to talk about fitness.
So we want to start off talking about our favorite time of year, the Koda Open. So this year we're going to kind of do the same thing we did last year with our teams to see which gym wins the Tomahawk plaque for the scaled and the RX.
How do we get those scores?
So we're going to take the top 10%
of the signups.
Of the gym signups. So
Okay.
if I have 100 people signing up from Koda HQ, when the scores come in, I take the top best 10%, and that's how we get our scores.
As someone who maybe not score in the top 10%, I'm not going to ever hurt the team.
Exactly.
I can only help them. I can only help the team.
It doesn't, people are scared they're going to hurt their gym, but if you don't do it, that's the only way you're going to hurt your gym.
And then also, isn't there a prize available for the gym that has the most signups based on their total gym membership, highest percentage?
Yeah, that was the word I was trying to look for.
Percentage.
So that gym will get to pick a charity that they can give some money to from the foundation. Plus, at the end of it, each gym gives money to a charity of their favorite local charity.
There might also be some trash talking going on between owners with who has the highest percentage signing up. So, there's that too. Definitely get signed up, especially if you're at HQ.
Yes, for sure. So this year we're going to have a fun. Last year, and people have been it before, we've had the Koda scaled sanctionals, and last year it was awesome. And this year we're even going to knock it up a little bit more if that's going to be possible.
And the cool thing about this is that we're doing this, along the side how HQ is running the Open this year for the athletes that are trying to make it to the games. So what HQ has done a really cool way of transforming how the season is going to work for the really high-end RX athletes. Well, Koda's kind of mimic that and do the same thing with our scaled athletes. So
maybe not scaled, maybe are not quite
not RX.
RX
I'm sorry, that's right, not RX athletes.
Which is fine, and it's going to be fun. Okay, so we're going to take.
Well, we got the 3-week Open.
Yeah,
that's
open.
Normal. You just do the 3-week Open. You sign up for scaled, and you do the workout, and you put your scores in competition corner under the Koda Open, sponsored by Koda Foundation. Now, how many athletes are we taking from each gym onto the second stage, the quarterfinals?
Each gym is going to take 10 females and 10 males, and then they're going to do the workout the same weekend as the individuals for the CrossFit Games.
The quarterfinals.
Are doing the quarterfinals.
That's right.
You're going to do that in your own gym. So each gym will make their own party, have their own special touch of what they're going to do to get into the semifinals or the finals.
Yeah, scaled quarterfinals. What are the workouts going to be like? Will they be the same as the RX athletes?
They're going to be pretty close to the same, but Bryce is going to kind of tweak them just a little bit to make them better for this actual competition. We don't need to be doing legless rope climbs with a 40-pound vest.
Just a 35-pound vest.
Yes, it'll probably be more like that.
Okay. So then those 10 athletes from each gym do the quarterfinals, the not RX quarterfinals at their location, and then how many move on now to the not RX semifinals?
Okay, so 2 boys and 2 girls, each gym will come to HQ here to do the big Saturday event.
And what are we calling that?
The Koda Games.
Koda Not RX Games.
Yes.
That's right. So 2 athletes from each location, plus, isn't there some wild card spots?
Cards. So I'm just going to fill up down the competition corner and find the next 4 best scores. And then they will get to come. And let's say somebody can't come. That's all right. I'm just going to keep backfilling until I get the right amount of people in each heat.
Now, there is a caveat if you're an Iron View athlete, right?
You can come if you want to, but we're going to go live with a Zoom or a Facebook, and we're going to put it up onto our wall. We're going to have a projector, so you're going to start the workout the exact same time that we start the workout here. That way everybody can watch everybody doing it, and that way everybody at Iron View can go to the gym and get pumped and cheer and all that jazz.
And since it'll be, at that point, it'll be 16, but I did the math real quick in my head, 16 male, 16 female athletes. We'll have 2 heats of 8 for each division.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's going to be 2 workouts that Saturday.
So there'll be 2 scores for workouts. Is there going to be any other scores in there?
You'll get a score from how you finished in the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals score. Okay.
So if you got first place in the quarterfinals, you come into the games with 1 point. So you're already doing good. So we're going to have to go hard the whole time.
Exciting. This is exciting.
We're looking forward to this.
For the Not RX champion of the world.
Yes, we're going to have, if you make the finals, you're going to get a name like you see up on the board over there, a sign. You're going to get a t-shirt. You're going to get a little, it's just going to be a pretty big deal. There'll be probably 4 media teams here doing interviews. And you might even make the new Koda Origins podcast with Willie and Waylon.
Maybe. What to do? Okay. Talk a little bit about the athletes that should sign up for this Not RX competition.
So we have some people, I won't say a name, but we have a girl here that's moved into town, and she used to be a pretty high level. She went to regionals, but she's kind of starting back into CrossFit again. And she heard about how the Koda sanctions we had last year was so much fun, so she said, I'm going to sign up for that. And I said, no, you're not going to sign up for that. So let's say you do most of the workouts. I see your name on top of Shug or what. I'm not going to let you sign up for the Scaled Open. If you're a scaled athlete or an RX athlete. And if you need to ask us, you can ask us, and we'll tell you where you need to fall. I mean, we've had this happen before. We had a girl really shouldn't have done it, and then she came to the Koda sanctions and just killed everybody. And it kind of puts a bad taste into everybody else's mouth after that. So we want to make it fair, but make it fun.
Not RX athletes only is what we're trying to say.
Yes.
Not RX athletes only. Okay. Are we good there?
Yes, the Koda Open has been figured out.
Let's talk about the broad open that CrossFit HQ puts out and some of the changes that they've made this year that we're really excited about. So the one I'm personally most excited about as programming workouts every week is that it's only a 3-week open. So now instead of having to figure out and try to guess what the workout's going to be Friday morning for 5 weeks in a row, I only have to do it for 3 weeks in a row now. So that'll make it a little bit easier. And it's also going to be a lot less pressure this year. And the reason there's a lot less pressure is because most of our top athletes are going to move on to the quarterfinals. I don't want to say easily, but they're not going to have to do the workouts 2 or 3 times to get the top score. In the past, 100% of us participated in the Open, and then a small 0.5% went on into regionals. And it was really tough to make it, and you had to go crazy in the Open in order to make it to regionals.
One year I did the workouts, the 5 workouts, I did 4 of them 3 different times, and the other one I did twice. So that whole month and a half is just me doing open workouts, which is not great for my fitness the next 3 or 4 weeks. I'm just having to start all over after that.
It's so stressful too.
Yes.
So back when I was trying to make it individual, there was one year where there was a clean and jerk that came in after a it was a Metcon, and then you had to do a max weight clean and jerk. And it was just everything. I think I got 297.
We added those 1.5s on each side.
Yeah.
Or ones on each side. If we wouldn't have, he wouldn't have made it.
If I had 296, I wouldn't have made regionals. It's that small a thing over 5 workouts. So you can just imagine how much stress is involved in that. Well, this year is a lot nicer because out of the 100% that participate in the Open, 10% of those athletes are going to move on to the quarterfinals. Now, the quarterfinals is just a 1-weekend event held at the same time all over the world, but it's at your own affiliate. So you got to take video, you got to have the certified judge and everything. But there'll be a lot of members who are really just recreational CrossFitters that are going to make it into that quarterfinal bracket. And it's going to be up to you guys if you want to participate in it not once you make it. So I think that takes a lot less pressure off everyone. And instead of having 5 weeks of stress, now those that are trying to make it onto semifinals in the games, they can just really stress out for 1 weekend of 4 or 5 workouts, which is a lot better.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
It's like a real competition. And we want you guys, we haven't been building up the CrossFit Open. I've just been really hammering the Koda Open. But now this is a great time. You can sign up for this and you see how you do compare against people your own age. Masters, it's really fun for Masters to see where you're at and skilled, and it's just fun to see. And they have some new things this year where they have the best firemen, the best nurse, the best teacher, and all. They have a whole fun list of what they're doing this year, and you can really go to the leaderboard and really go all the way down and make it whatever you want to see where you stand.
So the Open, it's the week of March 8th, the week of March 15th, the week of March 22nd, and then quarterfinals for individuals it says the week of April 5th, but that's really that weekend after. Okay, so you have that weekend, and then you have a weekend off, and then we have another weekend, which is going to be quarterfinals team. Now, each affiliate, each Koda gym is going to have our own team, and then we also have one team Koda. So there's going to be 7 teams that we're trying to get to make the quarterfinals. Now, in each one of those teams, only 4 people are going to be doing the workouts. We're going to try to bring them together as much as we can and really amp each other up for that, because that's going to be a really cool event also. That'll be separate from all the individual stuff, but just be watching those athletes at your affiliate that are really hard charging and support them a lot through that quarterfinal team weekend. It's going to be a pretty fun weekend. Wait for us to put out some more info on that. So then another weekend off, and then the weekend following that is now the quarterfinals for Masters. Masters are going to get their own weekend. Same 10% of each age division is going to move on to the quarterfinals, and this is now for a shot. The Masters is the only division where they'll go straight to the games after the quarterfinals. So there'll be a lot of Koda Masters athletes that will be hammering 4 or 5, it depends on how many workouts they release, in that quarterfinals weekend, trying to score high enough to make it to the CrossFit Games, which is going to be pretty fun.
And there's going to be so many Masters. And if you want to do the Open and you're a Master, it's just so much fun. So even if you're scaled or RX, sign up for the Master. That way you can really see. I mean, Steve Michaels, the last few years, he's had a chance to win. Or I think he actually won.
Didn't Scott?
And Scott
won number 1 in the world, baby.
Yeah, and Steve was one way. It's just so much fun to see that. And we have a lot of our people has been doing it a long time, like Bryce and Cameron and Kristen. They're all aging up to become Masters. Now, I mean, nobody's going to beat the Wolf. That is fine. But we can all do our best to try to beat Josh. We also have a Masters of Koda Facebook group, and we're going to start doing a lot of stuff on Sundays just for us in here and do some open workouts and just trying to get some older guys in here working out and being healthy.
So after quarterfinals, Masters athletes are trying to make it onto the games, but the teams and individuals are trying to make it onto semifinals. And what's neat about the semifinals is there's going to be 4 of them across North America, and they're ranking the teams, teams 1 through 80 and individuals 1 through 120. And the first place athlete gets to pick where they want to go, which semifinals. The second place athlete gets to pick which semifinal they want to go to.
Oh, wow.
And then it'll just kind of go down the list. You get to pick which semifinal you want to go to based on your ranking. And then out of those semifinals for North America, they take the top 5 spots, move on to the CrossFit Games.
And the CrossFit Games, if we made it with Jason Miller. It was awesome. But if you're going to go with us, you better get a tent, because Bryce and I we're going to camp.
We're good campers.
If you want to go with us to the CrossFit Games, when one of our teams or individual make it, you got to get a tent, and it's really, really fun. It was a really good time last time.
Except when they had that huge storm and they made us all go inside.
Yeah,
but yeah, what are you doing? I got too amped up on nitro cold brew. When Jason won that one workout, I never had cold brew before nitro, and I drank like an 18 ounce on the way over there.
And I looked down, and Bryce is on the ground just sweating profusely.
I was so amped. He was winning, and then just played it perfect. Was going crazy on the GHD sit-ups, and I was screaming my head off.
He had dumbbell front squats, and he just went unbroken, and nobody else was doing unbroken.
So awesome.
It was really fun.
And then afterwards, I had to lay on the ground, and my heart felt like it was going to beat out of my chest. Stupid nitro cold brew.
Hopefully we get to go again this year. That would be really exciting for Bryce and I. So at least make it for Waylon and Willie. Make it for Willie and Waylon at least.
What to do?
Baby!
Okay. That's a Koda Origins podcast, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all next time.